All right, we are back. We are here in the week before the third big ACL Europe event of the season. Another Tier 2 Open event coming up in Herning, Denmark, where we will have the first ever edition of the ACL Scandinavia Open. I mean, what a day, EJ. The day that Bam Adebayo scores 83 points, but also the week that we have the first ever ACL Scandinavia Open. What would be the bigger
Absolutely.
news?
Oh, bigger news than that? I don't know, man. That's top headlines, Forget what's going on in the world or anything, It's you know, hopefully we'll have a PPR that rivals Bam's, scoring total. I don't even know what that would
Yeah,
look like.
yeah. I hope less free throws.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you throw? I think he had like 46 attempts or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
no,
then
I'm excited.
we're not going to talk about that. But I was just triggered because you are not in Europe right now, but you are actually in Florida, right?
That's correct. Yeah, I'm in Florida this week. So yeah, as you can see, this is probably the most professionally dressed you'll ever see me. So yeah, here I am. But
I
um
feel like the Wicked Wood jerseys are quite professional.
yeah,
They look
that's a good
professional.
point. That's a good point. Yeah, they're definitely I think they're synonymous with tuxedos.
Yeah.
Definitely on that same level of professionalism. But yeah, I got pulled over here for training for this week, but I'll head out late Thursday, make my way all the way back. I'll miss some of the activities on Friday, but pending, Lufthansa strikes, I should be ready to go and ready to play Saturday, Sunday. So I'm excited to still be able to make it back there and hopefully play.
Yeah, I think some German players are anxiously looking at their phones, right, to wait for updates whether Lufthansa is going to fly or not on Friday.
Yeah,
This,
if one thing I could say, and this is it's so odd. I've usually been pretty lucky with avoiding these, but it is like it just amazes me, I guess, like how you can predict a strike. It's like, well, maybe just settle what's happening so that way
yeah,
this doesn't occur. But I don't know. That's why people get paid the big bucks, not me.
I know. It's probably also have to do with the fact that it has such a major impact on people that it's almost like a courtesy, like, okay, we're going to strike, but at least we're going to let you know so you can handle it.
Hmm.
And also, it's like if you do it and you don't inform people, then all those people will get very angry as the people actually doing the strike. So
Yeah.
it may turn, yeah, the looks against you, so
Yeah.
to say. But anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
let's just
Maybe.
hope they sort it out and we won't have any delays.
We can only hope, man. But yeah, it'll be. I'm excited. I went to this arena last year. It was really good setup. Oh man, they really went all out. Robert and Holger, it's a really good place to play. And
Yeah,
I'm excited that they got the more of a regional open. I believe this is a tier two, correct?
yeah.
And so I'm excited that they're going bigger scale. And yeah, it should be a fun time.
Yeah, lots of different nationalities. But let's before we head into the Scandinavia Open, let's take one minute to reflect on the Baltic Open because we have not spoken to each other after that. Quite a weekend, right? I mean, I was watching the live stream all weekend. Lots of surprises.
Yeah, you and I, when we were on our video, a few days before that tournament, we mentioned the power of the Baltic players, We
Yeah,
knew Latvia and Lithuania were going to come in strong, and they did. As I
yeah,
believe we even made the comment saying we expected to see someone from those two countries place in every event, and we saw that. And
yeah,
so huge kudos to those, man. And there were some of the staples, right? The people it doesn't surprise me, right? Armas, to see
yeah,
him up there, of course, right?
yeah,
Um, Uris, we expected that from him, but there were some other folks that
yeah,
we'll talk about, I'm
yeah.
sure, that definitely were surprising. What were your thoughts?
No, it was very interesting to see because and that's just it's what you often see, I think, when a country is in their second, third year of progression in terms of the sport, then you really start to see those players actually reaching another level. And this
Hmm.
is a prime example in those countries that they now have, they have one season, full season of ACL Europe events under their belt, and then they start to really make the leap in the next year. But I was expecting kind of a leap, but not that big of a leap. I think the performance was quite substantial. I think it was Audidus that was at the best DPR of the whole weekend. I was
Hmm.
watching Andris Upic from Latvia as well, just going
Yeah, what
straight
a
into the hole all the time, throwing consistent like 9 PPR all the time.
yeah, he was
Um,
extremely impressive. I played him in rounders and he nearly took me down
yeah,
and caught me off guard. And he had the whole family there, supporting him there.
yeah,
For those who
of
don't
course,
know, that's Nora's father. So there was a
yeah.
family outing last week, during that weekend, and they all played pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. No, so it was quite interesting. And then I think you saw kind of a similar trend maybe between singles and doubles, because singles in Slovenia we also had a lot of surprises,
Hmm.
and then doubles was maybe more expected outcomes, and
Hmm.
maybe it was a little bit similar here, right? Where it was singles was a lot of surprises, and then doubles was maybe a little bit more as expected.
Yeah, I would agree. Lenny and Juve, they kept up their streak, right? I think they were fourth in Slovenia. They now worked their way up to two, nearly took us down. Um, Definitely excited to say Mark and I were able to take it down. That was awesome. I had mentioned earlier in the season I wanted to do much better in doubles this year, and I think so far that's working out. Um,
Yeah,
Nora, though, Nora holding her own on the main stage, playing very well, making some really good airmails.
yeah,
That was very surprising. There were a lot of teams on there that I did expect to see on the doubles play. There was one team that I was not tracking was teaming up. We did not chat about them, but Armas and Dolman were a team.
yeah, yeah,
And that, yeah, what a powerhouse. And they played very well. I think they just missed placing. I think they were fourth or fifth. But
yeah,
yeah, lot of strong teams. A lot of strong teams up
yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's funny that you mention it because Aurimans is another interesting partner for this upcoming weekend at the Scandinavia Open, and we will reveal that in a few minutes. But he's switching partners quite a bit. But yes, yeah, he ends up with some strong partners, and I think with the way he performed on Saturday, yeah, who doesn't want to play with him now in doubles?
Yeah, he was on fire on Saturday. He had some really good games. He took me down in bracket play. I think we went 28 rounds, 26 rounds. He threw a 9-8, I
Yeah,
threw a 9-6. He was just on fire. And it looked like he had a similar game against his eventual partner Doman too, where it was a very
yeah,
similar
that was a
result.
great game. Yeah,
So he definitely came to play on, and I believe he took down the pro event as well on Saturday. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
usually what you see is people after they finish singles, right, and they get first is like
yeah,
they're you can
yeah.
just see he was exhausted.
That's
So,
it for today.
yeah, like I'm done. Sorry guys. And then
Yeah,
they bow out, but
yeah,
he I don't know if he found some coffee or something, but he was able to still pull it out. And I think he even shut me out in that pro final. It was just ridiculous. I was just
crazy.
like
Yeah,
what's this guy eating and can I have some,
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Well, I think he definitely made his, I don't know, top five bid for the season statement. So let's
Mhm.
see what what he can do also this weekend. But he definitely showed that he made another step and is there to challenge the top players in Europe. But overall,
Absolutely.
great event in Latvia, first ever Baltic Open, and great to build on top of that for the coming years in the Baltics. So another thank you for Kaido and the whole family to put all of that together, make it all work, put in all the effort. That
Yeah. And
It's
And I mean, just I know we got a lot of other things to talk about, but you know, a lot of those folks we mentioned were going to play well. They did. You know, we might not have seen them on too many platforms, but
yeah,
Kaido, he was directing and playing
yeah,
8 PPR plus.
yeah,
I think he was first or second in the blind draw. Montes was he was a force to be reckoned with. He had some big wins.
yeah,
Utah is always a staple on there. There's so many, but man, it was yeah. And Yanni's he's still a
yeah. He's
great
on
player,
fire
but
this season, eh?
yeah, but I'm noticing he's far more consistent this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of good players. So
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm also excited already about the World Cup again coming up in September because I think both Latvia and Lithuania are making big steps forward and can really challenge the top teams in the World Cup this year. So that will be exciting to see who they will send to the World Cup this year and what kind of impact they can make.
absolutely.
Um, all right, let's head towards the upcoming weekend, the first ever Scandinavia Open. So last year in Denmark, we had the Denmark Open, but we now kind of combined events and made it a Scandinavia Open Tier 2 open event. So again, lots of points on the line. Um, quite an interesting event here coming up because we see a lot of different nationalities coming to this event. I mean, name a country in Europe, and it's they are probably present. We have a good group coming from Norway, from Sweden. We have a group from Belgium coming. The Germans are always there. A big group again from Latvia coming. I mean, I can
Mm,
keep on going. Pretty much all countries are there.
mhm.
Um, it's going to be exciting. Let's have a quick look at the Wicked Wood players that will be playing. You are playing again with Mark this weekend, right?
Sure am, yeah. So we're gonna look to continue our
Try to make it two in a row.
well, we're gonna try. You know, I think a lot of other people are gonna try to say otherwise and help
Yeah,
us not accomplish that. But nonetheless, that's the goal. Big shout out to Mark, man. He played really well, especially in doubles play with me, and so appreciate him carrying us to that title, and
yeah,
we'll look to do so again.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, obviously you guys will be there and will be one of the top favorites for maybe both singles and doubles. But then we have another strong Wicked Wood doubles team for sure. Bruno and Robert will be playing from our Dutch guys as well. So I think for
Nice.
Bruno, that's his third event right away out of the gates here for the season. So he's definitely also he's going for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, he continues to play well. I think one thing, you know, I guess, you know, if I was to kind of reflect on a few things, I think what you tend to see is people kind of they make their way to that higher echelon of cornhole play, right? And then they get there and they're still playing as well as they did before. The only difference is people know this now. And
Yeah,
so I think you then start to find that everyone, when they're playing you, they're focused and they want to beat you very, very badly.
yeah,
And so you notice that it's like, why would you play against me? Why are you throwing a 10
yeah,
PPR, but the game before you threw
yeah,
a 7? Like, what's happening here?
yeah.
And
No more
I've
easy
noticed that
games.
with him. Yeah, I've noticed that with him. He's definitely up to the challenge. He's playing extremely well. Wouldn't surprise me
Yeah,
to see them make it very far, if not take down either singles or doubles for either of them. But
yeah.
nonetheless,
He's
it's
always up there. If you look at the stats, he's always up there in terms of PPR. So
hmm
it looks like he just needs to maybe be able to finish some games and just make that one last step. But in terms of the
hmm
statistics, it looks good. So and now with Robert again playing doubles, yeah, that could be another strong one. And Katrina is there as well, right?
yeah, yeah. Who is she teaming with?
See if I can quickly check that. Mm, she is playing. Oh, she's playing with Thomas Hofstede.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah,
actually that was Bruno's partner last over in the Baltic Open, and they played very
yeah,
well. I believe
yeah,
they even had the number one seed in rounders, so she's got a great partner. So that'll be
yeah,
awesome. Hopefully Wickedwood is
yeah.
ready to play and do well.
Yeah, I was texting with Thomas, and he is all in this season to make it as a pro. So he will be excited about this weekend coming up as well, to get some more points. So that's another good strong doubles team. Let's have a look as well at some of the other teams or other players that maybe favorites that will be there. The Latvians will be back with a big group, and right away you can probably name all of them as potential favorites, just looking at where they
Hmm.
are at an average level right now. But yeah, I wrote down Gennadis and Utah as a really strong team, both playing very well, could be very dangerous. We already
Hmm.
mentioned Aurimas. He is playing with Ivar from Norway this weekend, so that will be
Oh,
quite
interesting. Okay.
exciting. Ivar is back, one of the first ever ACL Europe pro players. So that will be a really fun doubles team to watch. I'm also wondering like how that communication will work because they're both not. I mean, Audimas's English is quite good. Ivar's
Yeah.
is so. You know, that'll be quite interesting. And then
Luckily
Silk
in
and Arno
cornhole,
will,
luckily in cornhole, you don't need to know too many words.
yeah,
You know, you point to
up
the hole,
up push.
you flip your hand, slow side, fast side. So I think they'll be all right,
My
but that'll be a
bad,
fun
my
team to
bad.
watch.
Yeah, Silk and Arno are there. So whenever Silk and Arno are on the registration list, they are one of the favorites right away.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, are there any other names that you noticed
I mean, I know
could be
you'll
strong ones?
I thought I see him on the list for a little later, but I know I believe Andreas is teaming up with the Dennis Cutter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm not sure what Dennis is up to, but he's always been a good player. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of good players that are at this,
yeah.
and so
Richard Blanke is playing. I'm just checking.
yeah, who's he teaming with? It's another great
Yeah,
player, great technique.
I was, uh, I was trying to check that. Oh, he's playing with Thomas Pernack.
Oh, okay, nice. So a lot of
So
skill
that could
there.
be a strong doubles team as well.
And
Again,
Thomas
if their
Pernek's been playing
plane
really
will
well
make it
this
in
year.
time to be there.
Right. But yeah, Pernek's been playing really well this year as well. I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of skill. He's always had really good skill on his shots,
yeah,
rolls,
absolutely.
putts.
Yeah, and I
Um, yeah. I believe him and Stefan took down Roman and Goran, I think,
yeah,
in the Baltic Open. So, I mean,
and he's
yeah.
yeah. Whenever you're able to do that, then you should be named as one of the favorites for sure, or at least an outsider. They'll be there. Looking at local outsiders, I also have to mention that the Swedish players will be there joining for the first time this season. And they are always very strong and potentially dangerous because you don't get to play them a lot, so they can really surprise you. Thomas Hellers, of course, won.
Mm-hmm.
Neng will be there. Anders Solberg will be there. All strong players that can really surprise some of the big teams. I mean, I would
Mm-hmm.
not be surprised if they take down one of the top teams in the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
The same for the Norwegians. Ivar, we already mentioned him. He's playing with Animas, but Egil and Thor Erland are also playing
Oh, good.
potentially really strong players. So that they'll be good. Rico Krul from Germany is making a season debut.
Okay.
So really cool to see him back playing here. And then the Belgians are also coming with a nice group all the way from Belgium, and they have already also showed some potential this season. So yeah, it's a fun mix of nationalities this weekend. It could be a really fun one.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a lot of potential upsets, a lot of different people who are coming to play, a lot of people who are we haven't seen too much on the season yet, and so that always gives you a little bit of surprise. What have you been working on the past 4 or 5 months? How has your play
Yeah,
changed? And usually what you tend to find is usually it got better. And so usually as we're going to
yeah,
play some of the
yeah,
the Swedes or some of the Norwegians, and we haven't seen them for a little bit, it wouldn't surprise me. So you hit the boards and you're a few rounds in and you're just like, ooh, like, oh my gosh, all right. They've gotten even better, and
yeah.
this is gonna be a fun game. And so, yeah, absolutely. A lot of potential upsets.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to predict, to be honest with you.
It could be quite similar to the Baltic Open, right? Where you have a lot of, like, I call it local players that will be in the
Mhm.
mix that can really upset some of the strong teams. So let's see how that goes. But it yeah, it could be another weekend where on Saturday we see a lot of upsets, and then maybe on Sunday things settle down a little bit again and get more like we are used to. But yeah, will be fun to watch this upcoming weekend. A
Mhm.
couple of things about the event. Well, first of all, we have to really thank Holger and Robert Asveld for everything they're doing to make this happen. Because all the local teams, they always put a lot of effort and hard work into making events happen. But yeah, these guys especially, they really went above and beyond to get this venue organized, but also everything else around it, getting a very cheap accommodation done, getting a dinner set up for Saturday, making sure that everyone is felt will be feeling extremely welcome. Yeah, big shout out to those guys for making this happen. I think you already experienced that last year, but these guys really they go really above and beyond.
Yeah, it really was a good time last year. We also had, I think last year we had Todd Kaczynski, I think, with us out there. And, if you reflect back on that, he made some really cool videos and stuff, just demonstrating the friendliness of that tournament and, how much
Yeah,
fun it was. And um, actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna just I still remember Klaus, playing his guitar over there and
yeah, yeah.
singing good songs. By the way, happy birthday, Klaus. It is his birthday today. Um,
Ah, happy birthday, Klaus. Oh, fantastic.
but yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for they do a good balance, right? Where they have strong play, they've got a great gym, lots of space, which
Yeah,
is really just nice. It's just a very comfortable
yeah,
feeling. Um,
yeah.
and then they've got the
Yeah.
dinner, they've got the good accommodations, so it's a good setup. They do a great job.
Absolutely. So, just a reminder for everyone that wants to join the dinner on Saturday, make sure to sign up. There will be an email going out to the players today with the link again to sign up. So, if you have not yet signed up, make sure to do that so that the kitchen can also prepare for that. They also arranged for a free Scandinavia Open sticker that players will get just by joining the event. So that's a really cool memory of playing in this event. I think that's also extremely fun and something to take home and keep as a memory. So really
Hmm.
cool. And then the other good news for the pros is EJ that it sure looks like the jerseys might be there in Denmark for the pro
Nice.
players. So they are all
Nice.
shipped directly to the venue, going out today, shipping there directly UPS. So fingers crossed they will be there in time. They should be,
Okay.
and then hopefully they are finally ready.
That'll be nice. It'll be nice to sport the new jerseys at this event if possible. So appreciate you, Ton, setting us up. I know that's a big endeavor. I think you mentioned 67 different variations of jerseys or something crazy.
Yeah,
So
it's a fun
thanks for
exercise.
yeah, I'm sure it's really good use of Excel spreadsheets and all that. So
Yeah, yeah.
but
Well, and
but yeah.
if everyone submits their wishes in time, it's no problem. But
And then for those players that are coming, that's how if you don't know who folks, some of the new pros are, that's how you identify them. You see them with the shirt, and that's your cue to play really
yeah,
well and beat them. So you're
yeah,
you're, you're welcome, Bruno, for that.
yeah. Yeah, it will be quite something. Yeah, but really cool. It will be a fun mix this weekend, and then looking beyond the Scandinavia Open. After that, we have the Slovakia Open in April, and then it just starts to rain events. Basically, almost every weekend we have an event coming up. It's German Open,
Mhm.
Italian Open, Dutch Open, French Open, Hungary Open just opened yesterday. The registration, that will be a really
Oof.
fun one to go to. So yeah, then it's gonna be all hell breaking loose.
Yeah, that's quite the gauntlet, right? So, man, I saw that list and I'm just thinking, I'm like, all right, how do I balance cornhole and life, and um, but I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
you
excited.
don't.
I'm excited. I know I
Cornhole
don't
is life.
balance. Cornhole is yes. I think that's a what's that? I think that's a Ted Lasso comment, right? Soccer is life. There you go. But
Yeah.
um but absolutely, we got a lot of good events. I will, as you brought it up, so I'll mention it. The Beanbag Buddies are hosting the German Open over in Bitburg. If you did not go to that event last year, um, you made a mistake. It's okay, we forgive you. But it's a great event. It's a great setup. We've got an amazing like on-site bar trailer setup. We've got food trucks coming in with different options of food, huge gym. And so I'm specifically going to speak. I'm going to call out a little bit. I know a few of them are coming, but some of our French players, I know you guys want closer events. That's great. You guys can drive over to Bitburg. We're only 45 minutes from your border. Come on over, man. Come on. Join us. Don't be
Yeah,
shy. Don't be shy.
yeah,
And but of course I might be calling it out when
yeah.
signups are closed. I'm not
And
sure. But
and
either
I
way.
hope. Yeah, I was just gonna say, and I hope you already signed up because registration is full.
Too funny, but
Yeah,
uh,
I think there are already five players on the waiting list at the moment for a singles event. I mean, for all other events, there are still plenty of spaces. I know, but for singles, there is a waiting list at the moment
okay.
for the
All
German
right.
Open.
We'll create an outdoor side pot tourney for the wait list if you come on out. We'll put some boards out there for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. The wait list event.
Yeah, exactly. I'll grab some of those extra Scandinavian stickers and I'll give those to the winners.
Good idea. Good idea. So there's always there are always options. There are always options.
There it is. But yeah, it'll be exciting.
Great.
Definitely gonna be a
Okay,
good
great.
time.
Yeah, so a lot coming up, but it will start with Scandinavia Open this weekend. So another full weekend of cornhole in Herning, Denmark. That will be coming up, and yeah, I think we'll probably talk about the results of that one right in between the Scandinavian Open and the Slovakia Open, where we will recap the Scandinavia Open and look forward towards the Slovakia Open, I think. So I think we'll talk to each other again in a couple of weeks. I wish you a great trip back to Europe. Get some rest on the plane, and then hopefully, let's cross fingers. Lufthansa decides to fly from Germany to Denmark on Friday.
I hope so as well. If any of our players have an in on Lufthansa, just tell them to push that strike back a couple days. We'd appreciate it. But yeah, we're excited. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I do
Yeah.
get some good sleep. Next tournament I'm seeing you at will be when are you where when are you coming? When are you joining us?
Maybe Slovakia, and otherwise for sure, of course, the Dutch Open and maybe the German Open.
Okay. All right. Well, it'll be good. It'll be good to have you. It'll be good to have you.
Plenty of events to go to.
Yep, absolutely. So appreciate your time. Always good to chat cornhole.
For sure. Thank you, and we'll talk soon.
All right.